god, it's crooked. Anyways, so I'm here again. Are we surprised? No, we're not. Anyways, kind of cold. This is gonna be perfect. Cover up the feet. Okay, so I have another video idea for y'all. I just watched a YouTube video idea thingamajig, and I've come to the conclusion that today we are going to be reading Wattpad Fanfictions. I have 2 hours before I need to go to bed, so that's what we're gonna do. Yeah, I'm not gonna screen share this time because well, I don't want to. So yeah. But yeah, so I don't know what exactly we're gonna read. Hold on, let me look at my notifications on Wattpad. Sorry, and yes, I am I'm semi-active on Wattpad. I haven't been super active on there recently. It's just, I don't know, it's been weird. But here's, if you can see that, there's my account. If you want to follow me, it's Amazing Writer 20. Might put the link down in the description if if YouTube will let me, because YouTube is deciding to be stupid. Anyways, let's see, what type of fanfic should we look up? I don't know what one to look up. I'm thinking either Twilight or Harry Potter or some sort of celebrity. But I don't know, that's the thing. They're all so weird almost. I'm gonna do a Harry Potter fanfiction. Okay. Whoa! Okay, so this one's called Forbidden Love Harry Potter Fanfiction. And the description, the synopsis thing says, "Oi Potter, hands off my girlfriend," Draco yelled. I rolled my eyes at Harry as I brushed myself off from the fall. "Relax, Draco, he's just helping me up," I reassured him as Harry walked away. Draco, thankfully, didn't realize the blush on my cheeks as I stared at Harry walking away from me. In which Draco Malfoy's girlfriend, Sophia Greengrass, falls in love with her boyfriend's nemesis. Oh! I want to make sure that there's no, smut or anything in here. Oh god, there's a disclaimer. Oh! Okay, I think we're gonna read this because I'm actually kind of interested to see. It has 43 parts, and it'll take about 5 hours for me to read. Oh god. Okay, I might have to continue recording this tomorrow. Might be a, part by part thingamajig. Anyways, so we're gonna start reading it. Actually kind of interested in this. Alright, so Maya Mitchell's playing Sophia Greengrass in this, apparently. Daniel Radcliffe, of course. It just has who's playing. I don't understand why people do cast stuff. Do they just want you to imagine them better? Hey, Mackenzie Foy, didn't she play? Wait, hold on. Hey, okay. Well, she has one of them as Mackenzie Foy. And I was like, wait, that looks like Renesmee from Twilight. It is. I didn't realize who played Renesmee. Okay, okay. Alrighty, so, some of the cast that she has in here is, of course, Sophia Greengrass, which is our main character, Harry Potter, Draco Malfoy, Daphne Greengrass, which is probably either a sister or mother, probably a sister, Astoria Greengrass, and then Hermione and Ron, Pansy and Blaze, Okay, and then it has the like synopsis in there, and then there's some disclaimers. Please read. Astoria will be 1 year younger than Sophia, the Golden Trio, etc. She will be in the same year as Luna and Jenny. Okay. Any romantic scenes with Cho/Jenny will be changed to Sophia, obviously because this is a Harry Potter fan fiction. Mild cursing throughout the story. Everything kind of moves very fast, and to me, some things are a little awkward, but I chose to leave everything in and just let it play out. Very little interaction with Daphne in the story, even though she is Sophia's twin. Okay, accidentally made her a bitch who doesn't speak to her sisters. Writing this fanfiction has made me realize that I write better Draco fanfics than Harry fanfics, or any other characters for that matter, but I still wanted to give it a shot and to upload something different for you guys. This is, once again, based on the films. This will obviously be a shorter fanfiction compared to my other ones, because it really happens in 4th year. Lastly, this fanfic starts in the 4th year. The prologue has some important moments from the first 3 years, then go straight into 4th year. If you don't feel like it, feel free to read my other 2 stories, then go through all 7. Whoa! Wait, hold on. Yeah, okay, I gotta look at this. Hold on. 1 minute, please. Actually, the Neville Longbottom fanfiction. Oh my god. Okay. So, her very first book that she ever wrote on Wattpad was Alice Snape, which is a Harry Potter fanfiction, and it has 73 parts. Holy cow! Just as a Callum Hood fanfiction. Remus Lupin, I'm not surprised. Try me. Okay, ciao. Anyways, let me go back down. Oh my god, this is so long. Alice Snape's a little cringe because I wrote it 6.5 years ago when I was 11. Okay. This is gonna take forever. How many thingamajigs does this have again? Oh, I'm scared. I'm really scared. I'm on a table of context. Guys. Oh, I'm scared. Oh my god, 40 chapters. Okay, well, let's read it, I guess. Okay, so this is the prologue, and this is 3rd-person POV, 1st year, apparently. Sophia Greengrass, Professor McGonagall called, searching the crowd of new first years for movement. Sophia made her way through the crowd and pushed past 2 boys whispering to each other. Out of my way, losers, she scoffed, knowing who they were. Ron Weasley and Harry Potter. Sophia sat on the wooden stool waiting for the hat to be placed on her small head. The sorting hat covered her eyes and began to search her mind before beginning to speak. Very cunning and ambitious. Typical Greengrass. Better be Slytherin, the hat called, and she smirked as the hat was lifted off her head. She quickly made her way over to the Slytherin table and sat beside her twin sister Daphne and her best friend Draco Malfoy. Ooh. Okay, and then moves on to 2nd year. Sophia was walking to the Slytherin common room, and she noticed 2 familiar boys running towards her. Potter, Weasley, what are you doing down the dungeons? She hissed, grabbing their robes as they tried to run past her. She raised her eyebrows, seeing the green and silver ties they were wearing. And in Slytherin robes? It's not what it looks like, Weasley tried, but she cut him off. You two are going to be in so much trouble. She smirked at their scared faces before letting go of the robes. To all 3 of their surprises, Sophia didn't end up telling on the 2 Gryffindor boys. The next week, Harry and Ron had been itching to ask Sophia why she didn't tell Snape. That they knocked out Crabbe and Goyle, took their robes, and snuck to the Slytherin common room. Where do you think she is? Ron asked his friend. Probably the library where she always is, Harry shrugged, not realizing what just came out of his mouth. Where she always is? Ron repeated. Did I say that? Harry blushed before leading the way to the library. Sure enough, the young girl was sat in a corner of the library next to the window, reading a book on potion making. The 2 boys slowly walked towards her and jumped when she slammed her book shut. English is apparently not a language that I can, say. What do you two blubbering idiots want? She asked, setting the book down. The stutter. We wanted to know why you didn't tell on us, Harry spoke. Well, Potter, if you must know, I don't like people ratting me out, so why would I rat someone else out? Oh my god. I can't learn to speak within the next 2 seconds. I'm gonna... She asked rhetorically. Now, if you two are done asking me stupid questions, get away from me. The air around me is getting too toxic. There, dear. Sophia wasn't feeling well on the day of June 6th, aka Draco's birthday. Today was supposed to be all about Draco. Every day is always about Draco. It's Draco, okay? It was almost 7:30 by the time he was dragged by his two friends to go watch some show. She quickly hurried to the hospital wing and turned a corner only to run into someone, knocking them both to the ground. Ouch, watch it, she hissed, rubbing her head. Ew, Potter, get away from me, you smell like wet dog. Harry, we have to go. Granger hauled him up and ran off. Sorry, he yelled behind him to Sophia, who watched them until they turned another corner. That was odd, Sophia mumbled to herself. Present, Sophia's point of view. 4th year. Come on, Soph, we're going to miss the train. Astoria? Sure, Astoria whined, tugging my arm. Oh, hush, Tori. We're not going to miss the train, I hissed back, pulling my arm roughly from her tight grip. Enough, girls. We immediately stood up straight at the sound of our mother's voice. Yes, Mother, we chorused. Sophia, take Astoria and get a compartment for the two of you, Father orders. But Father, why can't Daphne go get us a compartment? I began to whine, but was cut off by my father slapping my arm. Do as your father says, Mother growled, and we both nodded, running onto the Hogwarts Express. Why is Daph allowed to go see her friends and we're not, Astoria asked. I don't know, Tori, I frowned. After a few minutes of walking and opening compartment doors, I pulled open one and instantly groaned at who was inside. Potter, Weasley Granger. I rolled my eyes. Don't mind us, I'm trying to find my boyfriend. Boyfriend? Potter cut me off. Yes, Potter, is that so surprising to you? I raised an eyebrow. Anyways, have you seen Draco? You're looking for your boyfriend and Draco, Weasley asked. No, you idiot. Draco is my boyfriend, I told him. Last time I saw Malfoy, he was busy pestering Pansy, Granger quickly told me. Thanks, Mudblood. She did not owe this tea, man. Oh, this is some just tea. I mumbled and pulled Astoria out of the compartment with me. I let Astoria go and find her friends while I stayed to listen in on the Golden Trio's conversation. Did you see the red mark on Sophia's arm? Potter asked. I thought I was the only one that noticed, Granger trailed off. Mom says that pureblood families usually hit their kids when they're not behaving all pureblood and proper, Weasley spoke up. Do you think her father did that to her? Potter continued. His voice sounded off, almost like he was mad. I wouldn't doubt it, Weasley confirmed. And then she left a little note. She called it the shittiest prologue you have ever read. Yeah. Okay, chapter 1. I'm already tired and I just started reading this. Anyways. Okay, we gotta continue reading this though, because there's 40 parts to it. Oh my god, I'm gonna die. I decided to do this. I did it to myself, okay? Okay. Everyone stood outside of the castle and watched the other two schools make their appearances. Draco and I stood back behind all the crowds looking bored. I'm sure Draco wasn't, but I was very interested in how the Bewbottons and the Durmstrang schools were arriving. Well, there's something you don't see every day, I heard one of the Weasley twins shout. What happened? If only I wasn't pretending to be bored. Let's go to the Great Hall, Draco muttered, dragging me by the arm toward the castle doors. I ignored the pain in my arm and allowed him to drag me inside. Everyone eventually got settled into the Great Hall, not including the Bewbottons and Durmstrang students. Dumbledore stood up and started his usual boring and long speech. Well, now we're all settled in, I'd like to make an announcement, Dumbledore started as Mr. Filch opened the Great Hall doors and ran in. This castle will not only be your home this year, but home to some very special guests as well. Look at him run, I chuckled, pointing at Filch as he ran in between the tables. He looks like he's running to the toilet, Pansy whispered back, a grin on her face. As I watched Mr. Filch run, my eyes ended up landing on something or someone they never usually land on. Harry Potter. I furrowed my eyebrows as I stared in his direction, watching his every move, when all of a sudden his green eyes met mine. I blushed and looked away from him, confused at myself. I jumped in my seat when the great hall doors opened and a couple rebuttoned girls trotted in. "You're so pretty," I said to Pansy, who nodded in agreement with me. I looked over at Draco to see him sit up in a seat straighter, making me roll my eyes. The girls bowed, and all the boys got up from their seats to applaud them, some of them even let out loud whistles. "And now our friends from the north, please greet the proud sons of Durmstrang and their High Master, Igor Karkaroff." I don't remember how they pronounce any of the names. Dumbledore announced, and the doors were opened again. This time, a group of attractive boys walked through the doors. "Look, it's Victor Crumb," Draco almost squealed. I rolled my eyes before looking back over at Potter, who was so different. What was so different about him this year? His hair's a bit longer, which kind of looks good on him. No, what's wrong with me? "Sophia, are you going to eat something?" Pansy asks. And I quickly snapped out of it and looked at the plate in front of me. "Oh yeah, sorry, just a bit tired tonight," I lied. "I totally saw you staring at someone just now," Astora, who sat next to me, whispered. "One word, and I'll tell all your friends that you still have tea parties with your stuffed animals," I hissed, and she quickly looked away. "Your attention, please," Dumbledore shouted. "Here we go," Draco muttered. "I'd like to say a few words. Eternal glory. This is what awaits the students who wins the Triwizard Tournament. And to do that student must survive 3 tasks. 3 extremely dangerous tasks. For this reason, the Ministry has seen it fit to impose a new rule. To explain all this, we have the head of the Department of International Magical Cooperation, Mr. Bertimus Crouch. His name looks so much like Crouch, but it's Crouch, right? It's Crouch. Right? Crouch. Not Crotch. It's Crouch. Yeah? I don't even know, man. Dumbledore announced. As the man began to walk forward, thunder shook the hall and it began to downpour on us. Everyone screamed, including Daphne, who cried about her hair when a spell was shot at the ceiling, stopping the rain. "Is that?" I started. Mad-Eye Moody Blade finished. "What's he doing here?" I asked. "Do you think he's the new defense teacher?" Pansy whispered as the hall went silent. "Maybe." Draco nodded while Mr. Crouch walked up to Dumbledore. "After due consideration, the Ministry has concluded that, for their own safety, no student under the age of 17 shall be allowed to put forth their name for the Triwizard Tournament," Crouch announced, like he rehearsed saying it multiple times. Many people from all tables started to shout, not agreeing with the man. "Silence!" Dumbledore shouted before revealing the goblet of fire. "My mother told me all about the cup when she was in school. Students put their names in it, and it spits out a random one from each school." I stared at the blue flames in awe. "It's so cool," Astoria squealed. "The goblet of fire. Anyone wishing to submit themselves to the tournament needs only write their name upon a piece of parchment and throw it in the flame before this hour on Thursday night. Do not do so lightly. If chosen, there's no turning back. As from this moment, the Triwizard Tournament has begun." Dumbledore finished before sending us all to bed. The next morning, I made my way down to the Great Hall for breakfast by myself. I was reading my potions book quietly to myself as I walked, looking up every few seconds to make sure I wouldn't run into anybody. As I made my way to the already bustling hall, I turned a corner and slammed into somebody. "Sorry," I muttered, picking up my book and another one from the floor. "That's okay." The person abruptly stopped when I realized it was me. "Sophia?" "It's green grass to you, Granger," I glared, handing her the Transfiguration book I picked up. "You and Hermione are both reading and not paying attention. She ran into you," Potter explained. "Are you all right?" "I'm fine," I snapped, making him and Weasley jump. I scoffed before turning on my heel and walking into the Great Hall. "Wait, your timetable fell out of your book," Potter called, running after me. I stopped and turned around, holding my hand out for the paper. "Thanks, Potter." I snatched it out of his hand without looking at him. "Don't mention it. See you in defense." I looked up at him and saw a small smile on his face that made me melt inside. "Great, defense with Gryffindors. That's just what I freaking wanted," I hissed, while I made my way to the Slytherin table. "What was that?" Draco growled right after I sat next to him. "Nothing, I just ran into the mudblood and dropped my things," I lied, and he gripped my wrist tightly. My eyes watered at the tight grip, but I quickly blinked them away and looked at him. You better not be lying to me. I have eyes and ears everywhere, he whispered, and I nodded quickly. Is Draco being an abusive little a-hole? He is, isn't he? Because he's grabbed her so many times and, like, been rough. And it doesn't seem that the character likes it very much. So, I think he's being slightly abusive to her, you know? Just a minor possibility, you know? Just minor. It's not, you know, not that big of a thing. I really need to turn this blanket around, but I don't feel like it. I'm not lying, I promise. He let go of my wrist, and I turned to my food quickly and quietly. I looked up from my food and made eye contact with a pair of green eyes that looked almost concerned, as well as Weasley's and Granger's. I shook my head and slowly set my fork down, going back to read my book. I didn't do that. You have no proof that was me. Alistair Moody, ex-R. You know, like the you know that thing, like your aura? Aura. Next aura, or I don't know. X something or other. Ministry malcontent and your new defense against the dark arts teacher. Professor Moody started the class. I knew it, Pansy smirked, and I giggled at her. I am here because Dumbledore asked me. End of story. Goodbye. The end. Any questions? Moody looked around for any raised hands and continued when he found none. When it comes to the dark arts, I believe in a practical approach. But first, which of you can tell me how many unforgivable curses there are? 3, sir, I spoke up. And they are so named, he continued, because they are so because they are so unforgivable, the use of any of them will... Moody cut Granger off. We'll earn you a one-way ticket to Azkaban. Correct. Now, the ministry says you're too young to see what these curses do. I say different. You need to know what you're up against. You need to be prepared. You need to find another place to put your chewing gum besides the underside of your desk, Mr. Finnegan, he shouted as he was turned around. Oh, no way, the old codger can see out of the back of his head, Finnegan mumbled to the person beside him, and I laughed when Moody threw a piece of chalk at him. And here across classrooms. So which curse shall we see first, he asked, his voice dangerously low. See? I murmured to myself. Yes, Miss Greengrass, see. He growled, making me jump. Weasley! Yes, Weasley whimpered. Stand, he slowly stood up. Give me a curse. Well, my dad did tell me about one. The Imperious Curse, Weasley said. Oh yeah, your father would know all about that. Gave the ministry quite a bit of grief a few years ago. Perhaps this will show you why. Moody walked to his desk and something... My phone just says something weird. I don't understand. I think it's in the folded mode. Anyways. Moody walked to his desk and something climbed into his hand. Imperial. Moody made a spider fly onto a desk, landing right in front of Dean Thomas, making a few people gasp. The flighter then flew on Crave's face, making me let out a chuckle. Don't worry, it's completely harmless, Moody shouted over the laughter. He then moved the spider to one of the Patil twins' hands, making them both freak out. Moody made the spider dance on Weasley's head, and I smirked, knowing he was afraid of spiders. I threw one at him a couple of years back, and he nearly had a panic attack. Not to mention last year, his boggart was a giant spider. Moody moved it right in front of Malfoy's nose, making me snort under my breath. I looked over at Potter and saw him literally clapping, and I smiled. Talented, isn't she? What should I do with her next? Jump out the window? Drown herself? Moody asked. Whoa, this got dark fast. Scores of witches and wizards have claimed that they only did you-know-who's bidding under the influence of the Imperious Curse. But here's the rub. How do we sort out the liars? Another. Crutica's curse? I whispered, knowing the curse from my father, who would use it on me in a story whenever we got in trouble. There's the Cruciatus curse. I don't know how to pronounce that. Neville Longbottom stuttered. Correct. Come. Particularly nasty. The torture curse. Crucio. The Cruciatus. Until I saw Crucio. I'm so stupid. Moody shot the spell at the spider in front of Longbottom, and the spider squealed. My face scrunched up in pain, feeling the stabs all over my body, even though the curse wasn't put on me. Stop it, can't you see? It's bothering them. Stop it, Granger screamed, and I looked at her. Weasley and Potter were both staring at me, and Pansy put her hand on mine. Perhaps you could give us the last unforgivable curse, Miss Granger, Moody whispered, after putting the spider in front of her and shook her head. No? Abracadabra! Merlin, Pansy whispered. I didn't think he would actually do it. The killing curse. Only one person is known to have survived it, and he's sitting in this room, Moody said, making everyone turn to look at Potter. I looked over him too, feeling bad for him, just like he looked over at me during the Cruciatus curse. Moody walked up to him and drank out of his flask while Potter turned his head to look at me. Why? I also couldn't tell you why a shiver went down my spine right as we made eye contact. Wow. Oh. Hold on, I'm reading the comments. Oh! Oh my god, I'm dead. I'm dead. How long? Oh my god, okay. Well, this has been exciting. Yeah. And to think, I'm only on chapter 1. But anyways, this video is super long. So yeah. Gotta ask my library. Anyways, so this has been fun. I had a lot of fun reading this. I'm probably gonna add this and then do another video on it. But I hope you guys enjoyed. This is super interesting. I like reading type of stuff for other people because it's funny. We're only on chapter 1 out of 40, but but yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed, and I hope you have an amazing day / night or whatever, wherever. It's been a blast. I love being in front of the camera for you guys. I love just gaining views. I am 1 follower away from 100. I'd really like it if I reach 100 soon. Cause I have a little surprise when I reach 100. It's not something big, but I've been on YouTube for the past almost 3 years. It's gonna be 3 years this summer. And I haven't even reached 100 subscribers yet, so it's kind of a big deal to me. Getting it so far. And yeah. I've talked enough right now, so I'm gonna get out of here. I have some editing to do, and I will see you all later. Bye.